So, hey guys, Chauzu here. The maintenance is done, so we've got the new Power Rumble mode added, which is the Power Rumble Grand Party. And yeah, as you know, Power Rumble is not my favorite thing in the game, but I do play it and I do want to know as much as I can. So I've been studying up. So basically, I've taken like a little bit less than an hour to read everything, talk with other people. So I feel like I know enough to spread the little knowledge I have. But anyway, we can't really do much now, but we can go into the setup screen. So basically, we are going to make 3 teams, and when we face other people, we'll be doing a best of 3. So it doesn't matter if you lose once, as long as you win the other 2. And as you see here, my Luffy crew has a special icon, and it's stuck even if I change teams around. Like if I'm moving down and up, like he still has that. But you can change the leader by clicking on this, and it can be anyone you want, as you see. So, and when you change leader, it does change the screen into the leader too, so that's pretty cool. But you might wonder what this is about, and we'll get to that a bit later. First, we'll talk about a bit what's special about the Grand Pirate Rumble, whatever it's called. But yeah, you can prepare 8 sets of these, and then I guess there's going to be some kind of preview, not sure to what extent, and you get to pick one. Like I'm not really too sure on that part. But anyway, let's jump into the help screen. This is actually a very good screen if you wonder something about any mode in the game. So this was the first thing I did after the update, basically. Well, after buying all of the game packs, of course, like, very good deal that. Glad they reset all of them. Going to the bottom almost. GP, okay. Special rule. So every game party will have a special rule, unlike the normal Power Rumble. And it says that it will both buff types and classes, but will also weaken other types and classes. So doesn't sound that much different from normal Power Rumble. You should always try and take some look at what's boosted or not. Now it's getting a bit more interesting. Leader and GP stats. Certain characters will have GP stats that will be activated when set as leader of a GP team. GP stats comes with both a leader skill and a burst. And you can improve GP stats with Rumble scores. GP stats are activated only if they are set as a leader of the GP team. Certain characters may not have GP stats, and some might have unique GP stats. So basically there's going to be 2 types of GP stats, generic and unique. Generic doesn't look too good, I've not checked it that much, but the unique ones are the ones that are good. We look at them at a bit, and they will probably keep adding unique ones as the game progresses. So we'll take a look at that, and we'll take a look at how much it costs to level it up, because I've honestly not checked that yet. But yeah, basically GP stats are a leader skill and a burst. As for the leader skill, it's a powerful Rumble ability skill that is applied to all 3 teams. So basically, you choose who is the leader, and that leader skill is added to all 3 teams. So that's obviously pretty huge. It's basically a free Rumble ability that is applied to every team. And if you increase the level, you get more stats, basically. And yeah, it works even if the leader is on other team. And it stacks with everything. So all of this stacks with the normal PvP stuff. And certain leader skills may have requirements to become active. I don't think that's the case for any current ones, so this is for the future. The burst have requirements I've seen, but I've not seen any leader skill with activations yet, I should say. I might have missed something though, I have not checked everyone. GP bursts. Basically this is the special ability of the leader, is an extra special. And I think I've heard that you decide yourself when this is launched, so it's a bit more interactive. And this is honestly going to be a huge deal in this game mode. Like, choosing the leader and what skill they have and when you use it will really decide how it goes. Like, this really has the potential to reduce RNG in Pyro Rumble by quite a lot. And there's going to be a lot of strats you can do with this. We'll get back to that in a bit. So as you see, it carries over the 3 matches, so you can use it even if the leader is not on the team. And it also means that, for example, if you see the enemy have 3 very good teams and you feel like, I will probably lose this, you can just do the first game and basically, I will probably lose, but let's play it out. And then by the next battle, you will already have the burst skill charged. And depending on the burst skill, it might be so powerful that by using it right away, you just turn the tides of the battle instantly in your favor. And then you just let the battle play out and you win instead of lose. And then for the third battle, you might have the burst skill ready again. From what I've seen, most burst skills can be used twice. Some are more powerful and can be used once. I'd say the 2 used ones are probably the better ones in general, but we'll get back to that later. I'll talk about individual GP stuff in a video tomorrow, I think. But as you see, there's a lot of potential scenarios you can do. Like another case is if the enemy has 1 free team, quotation marks, you can just take the win there and then you just focus on winning 1 more and you can like do a burst in the beginning, maybe get enough to fill it up by the end, so you get 2 extra OP skills for free, and that really helps win games you might not win otherwise. And yeah, it stacks as said. And yeah, GP burst have requirements. We'll try and look at a few of them, I think, by the end of the video. Winning a GP match. And I said 3 battles, best of 3, so first to win 2 wins. And this is pretty big. Unlike Pyro Rumble matches, if the time runs out, you can still win if you have more standing characters in your team. And this is like one of the big reasons you lose in normal PvP. The timer runs out, you're not killed all of the enemies, GG. Can't happen here, it depends on how many you have left on the team. And yeah, this is a great change. This alone makes me a lot more excited by this mode, because losing on timer is one of the worst feelings ever. Especially when it's like only 1 enemy left and you're about to launch a special but timer hits 0. That really sucks. But yeah, you need to have the advantage in numbers, but that makes sense. That's at least fair reasoning. No winning streak bonus. Does not count to Shopperman rewards. Okay. Rewards. You will get rewards based on number of wins. You can claim rewards from the top menu. We can't really check this yet, but it says that unclaimed rewards will stay until the start of the next season. Okay. But yeah, these are unique rewards, and it sounds like if you don't perform good enough, you can't get all rewards. So we'll see how realistic it is to get all rewards. But yeah, I think that's the big thing. I hear that there's some skips you can do, but it's minimized. I read through this, but I didn't feel like I got any wiser about that. As far as skips goes, I'll wait for the mood to start to try and understand that better, I think. But yeah, let's see what we have for buffed units for the Pyro Rumble Grand Party. So currently it's every Super Sugo, as well as Kaido and Luffy Law randomly, but it is what it is. One I think will be good. It will be the 6+ Uta. So we can take a quick look how it looks. You can push this button to see the GP stats. So the leader scale, and remember this is applied to all teams. At level 5 is Psi-In type teammates. Critical percent speed up level 3, special city speed up level 2. And for driven, it will be attack and HP up level 6 and def up level 3. So that's pretty cool. Psi and Int are common, and you also buff driven even more, so the Int driven team will be really good, but it also helps the inevitable Psi team you will probably have as one of the 3 teams. As for the GP burst, this one can only be used once, so that might be a negative. Depends how good it is, of course. Enemy needs to use the Rumble special 10 times, so this is probably not something you can use on game 1, but can help a lot on game 2 or 3. So targets 2 enemies for 4,000 damage up to 3 times. So basically it's 8,000 damage times 3, so 24,000 damage. That's quite a lot, of course. So yeah, this is one of those skills that really can turn the tide of the battle. And since we're facing CPU, as far as I know, then the opponent will not be able to do this. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. So having the advantage of having GP burst and the opponent not having it is pretty big, I'd say. Another one that will probably be pretty good is the Luffy crew. We can check that one out too. And it can be used twice, that's interesting. And for Luffy crew, as you see, he boosts 3 different colors with attack, HP, speed up level 5, which is really good. I'm still not sure how good that will be, because say you do a strength, dex, quick focus teams, sure, you'll beat opposing same color teams, but I imagine in this mode that int and psi will be super popular, and strength, dex, quick in general don't do too well against int and psi. And yeah, so it's a bit of a risk in that sense, but at the same time, it means that every strength, dex, quick team has extra stats compared to those int and psi teams. So yeah, it's pros and cons, I guess. And if you have free spirit teams, you get the additional attack, recovery, and speed up. So yeah, I'd say this is the best EP leader skill I've seen so far, at least. And as for the burst, after 10 power attacks, so that makes me wonder how often you can use this. I don't feel like you get too many power attacks in a game. Not that I keep too much track. I guess that in a game you can reach 10, but yeah. I'm just wondering if you can even use 2 in total, but I presume you can. I've honestly never keep track of the power attacks, really. Targets team for attack up level 6, and targets any strength, dex, quick type teammate for 80% chance of haste. So this is actually really cool. Like imagine like many teams use their specials around the same time. And if you use Luffy crew as a leader here, you can, say after you use all your specials, which is common, you can activate the special and potentially every single unit can use the special again. If you do just 1 strength, 1 dex, 1 quick team. That's honestly very cool, I must say. The potential at least, like, yeah. But yeah, we're not going to go through everybody here, but I think that's just an example of how you can think when building teams. Like, you want the leader somehow to influence more teams. One strat, of course, is to build so you mainly plan to win with 2 teams, and the third one is a bit filler, or maybe it checks a particular annoying matchup. Because most of the time it's hard to build more than 2 teams that are boosted. If we take, say, Kid, who is obviously a great unit, and for GP, they've added so he boosts dex as well. So if you build around Kid, you can build like, okay, a strength team, a dex team, Kid will buff them, they will go ham. I have a third team that is filler. Maybe it's a free win against this annoying team, but I can use it as the first game. I can bring that team in. I will probably lose, but my burst skill will be activated for kids. You need to guard 10 times. Then for the second game, you can bring in Kid, and you can just use this special whenever you want. You do tons of damage. It's basically a extra free Kid special, it looks like. And yeah, as you see, you even get extra death up, so you can like use it before you are about to take damage and such. Like, yeah, it's very interesting, the potential team buildings you can do. And for, say, Kid, for example, like, I can imagine that this, together with normal Kid special, will kill any team. And then, with extra buffs for dex, like an extra 3 attack, death, and all of that for dex, like, that's a really big deal. As if a Kid is even driven. So for Kid, you could even do 1 strength team, 1 dex team, 1 into driven team or something. Yeah, suddenly I feel like Kid might be the best so far. Like, it's just a requirement. I don't really know about carding either. I don't care about this stuff. Like, in a normal game, the hard hits and guard and whatever rarely sway the battle. It's just extra fluff really, but suddenly it matters, so whatever. But yeah, that's just me rambling a bit. I'll probably make a video tomorrow after I've had time to think for myself a bit, hear what other people say. Preferably people know more knowledgeable about me. This is not my strongest part of this game. But yeah, I must say though, after this, I feel a bit more excited about Pyro Rumble. One thing you might not know about Pyro Rumble Grand Party is that you can't gem to do more battles. So this is entirely free to play, which is interesting. So rewards are purely skill-based. And of course, if you invest in the game in terms of time and money, you're rewarded by having better units. Oh, one thing we should check is powering up. So let's take a safe one like Kid. I can see investing in Kid being a waste of resources. So let's just throw some flags on Kid and see how much this costs. Oh, it takes quite a bit. So over 33 gold flags. Let's just feed these as well until it's too much. Oh, that was too much. Yeah, I felt like it was a bit too much. Oh, almost. 17 was too much. Let's just do 16 and stop there. Okay, let's feed. That was almost optimal, I'd say. So this much fills a Pyro Rumble unit up their GP stats. So let's try it out. Okay, so yeah, that stacks quite a bit, I must say. I'm happy I have a lot of spare flags for this. Thankfully for now, GP stats are not that common, but yes, you see, it gets pretty crazy. Final one, yeah, that was quite a bit. But yeah, Kid is maxed. Does this change his PvP stats or anything? I don't really thought about that. Like, do you need to feed GP stats to everybody just to get extra stats in every PvP? I've not actually thought about that. Let me know if you have any info about that. I guess the stats are increased. I should have checked. Let's do one more so I can compare stats before and after. Let's do another safe one. Let's do Uta. Uta should be a safe investment. Okay. Let's check Uta's HP and attack. 8,300, almost 3,000. Okay. Now I know how much I should feed. It was 33 of this. And where is it? There it is. 16 of this. And that's basically perfect. Okay, let's see how the stat changes now. Going to be real annoying if you have to do this for every single unit, even for normal PvP. Let's see the stats now. Oh, it didn't change, thank God. But yeah, now I maxed two of them at least. But yeah, I'll be back with another video tomorrow to talk about the individual buffed units. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.